Hi there, my name is Lindsay Wegner, and we are here with Sassy Stuff. Today, we're going to be discussing our week zero, and we're also going to get into some game day traditions and music that we love to hear during game day, as well as our week predictions, the upcoming season, everything that we're looking forward to in this 2024 SEC season.
All right, Lindsay. I'm excited, so excited to do this show with you, and it is a pleasure to meet you today. How are
Pleasure to
you?
meet you. I'm good. We got the double L on the team right now, right? It's the
Yes,
double L.
right. It's a double L. I never even thought about that. LL. All right. So, what did you think about the game in Ireland, Florida State and Georgia Tech? What'd you think?
Talk about a great opening game, a
Yeah.
great start to the season. I love seeing a close game. I don't want to see someone get blown out of the water. I want to
Right.
see it close. Those field goals, 52 and 59 field goals from Fitzgerald. Holy
Out
cow.
of control. Like
Like,
his leg is something serious. He's a serious kicker.
I think I heard one of the announcers say that the football club was going to be hitting him up like to be a soccer player because of his abilities. So, what a great start to the game, start to the
Mhm.
season.
Right.
Very, very exciting, close game. What were your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I absolutely loved the game. I thought that it made us realize that even though we may have like predictions and ideologies on how people are going to play, that just didn't happen for me. I really thought that Florida State had the strongest D line just in general. I've always thought that they were going to come in with the strongest defensive line. And I really watched Jamal Hayes and Hayes King just plummet through, just go through their defensive line like coming out like diarrhea. Can we say diarrhea on here? But came through like diarrhea. And they probably needed some Hanes after that. Okay, they needed new Hanes, some tidy whities, because they're definitely going to have to tighten up that D line. They started off being one of the best, and I just was very surprised to see it change up so drastically. So I think that this game has us on our feet about football, but I just was very excited to watch football again.
It's back, right? We've been waiting months for the season to come back.
Yeah.
I like count down the days after the Super Bowl, after all the bowl games. I am ready to get back into football the second that we start hearing about preseason and really,
Hmm.
really getting into it. And, like you mentioned, Haynes and King, they made some mistakes too. There were
Yes.
some fumbles. So the fact
Hmm.
that they were still able to pull it out
Hmm.
was just really, really impressive and showed the strength as a team and a
Right.
cohesive unit to really come together and rally and get those points.
Yeah, I also I agree that I saw a lot of mistakes just on both sides, even on a coaching side from Florida State side. I was very surprised. It almost seemed like sometimes they weren't really watching the clock as I was watching. I'm like, you have time, call a timeout, call a timeout. I don't know. I felt like if this was a chance for Florida State to make all the mistakes that they possibly could, this was that moment so that they can figure out, a lot of people come back better from mistakes. Let's just hope that
Sure.
that's what this type of game was.
Well, and I thought at the beginning of the game when the Knowles got that 2-point conversion, I said,
Yeah.
okay, here we go. We're
Right.
really, really going to get into this and it's going to be good. And then it was just back and forth constantly. Then the field goals. And
Yes.
it's just what an impressive game. I will say my oof of the
Mm-hmm.
game
Mm-hmm.
was when the cornerback Joseph came in during that punt and
Mm-hmm.
knocked Shelly, and he held onto the ball
He
because
did.
that really, really was like,
That was a
that
game changer.
moment
Yes.
where you see
Yes.
it and you just go, okay, everyone's okay. Everyone
Yes.
survived.
I was on the edge of my seat the whole third quarter. Like there was no points being made, and
Nope.
I'm yelling and screaming at the television, like, someone make a touchdown, please. But the score did not budge, and that 21-21 held for a good amount of time, and I was
Mhm.
just very surprised about it. And I didn't know it was going to come down to a field goal, but we should have known it. Watching Fitzgerald kick that ball like it was nobody's business the whole game, we should have known it was going to come down to that.
MVP of the game, him for sure.
For sure, MVP of the game. We've announced that Fitzgerald is the MVP of the game. All right, good stuff, good stuff. So let's jump into talking about our game day traditions. Traditions. Where are you located, Lydsey?
So I am in Los Angeles, but
Okay.
and I try to go and so one of my big things is I love
Mhm.
just watching football in general.
Okay.
So I have t-shirts from a ton of college like teams. So
Yeah.
I just want to watch the game. So I'll put on
Hmm.
that t-shirt and I find a bar in, somewhere that's going to have that game, those fans that I'm rooting for in that game.
Yeah.
I always like to go for the underdog,
Yes.
usually when I'm watching. So that is always it, wearing the team's t-shirt or jersey. And are you one of those people that if the team starts to lose, you take the jersey off or you keep the jersey on?
I am done, Lydsey. No, I'm a big fan of whomever I'm a fan of. Like,
Hmm.
I'm gonna stick with you. I'm a Gamecocks fan because
Okay.
I'm from Columbia, South Carolina. We lose everything except for the ladies. The ladies basketball, we don't lose anything at all. But speaking of football, no, like we don't win. So I'm just gonna have to talk my crap in my shirt and just defend us all the way to the end. So I'm laughing at you because I think the previous segment, the ladies like did what's in your bag. And I would say Lydsey says what's in her bag is a whole nother jersey for a whole nother team. Like she's switching. I'm
I'm
out of
switching to
here.
jersey.
I'm out of here. Bandwagon over. I'm jumping ship. So I love that. I love that.
Maybe for college, that's how
Okay.
I feel. Like, because
Okay.
I love all the teams. I just want to watch a good game. I think
Yeah,
for
me too.
NFL, I'm a little bit more. I am strict to the Packers. I will always be a diehard Packer fan. But
Okay.
college football, I feel like I can throw the love to
Mm-hmm.
all the teams and give a little
Yeah.
extra to whatever team is playing that I'm really, really enjoying, or the season's going really, really well for them. I'm not set with one team like you are with your
Mm-hmm.
South Carolina, your Gamecocks.
Yeah, and so I'm going for the Gamecocks, and then along with that, I'm a Georgia hater. Like I live here in Atlanta, but I'm a Georgia hater. All right, the first thing is just admission. I admit it. I just
Okay.
don't like any Georgia team. So I was going for Florida State, period, because Georgia Tech. I was just like, I'm just a Georgia hater. I can't help it. It's just on the inside of me.
So wait, now what kind of music are you listening to on game day? What gets you pumped up
Okay.
for the game?
Yeah, let's talk about it. So I'm a big 2000s rap type of girl, and it's gonna sound crazy, but I'm still bumping Little John and the East Side Boys and everything that sounds like very rowdy and a lot of chanting and a lot of jumping. Whatever makes you want to jump up and down, I'm listening to that type of music on game day because I'm like pumped. How
I
about
feel
you?
like I feel like we're so similar in that. We
Yeah.
definitely like connect in that because I will put on jock jams. I want the
Yes.
jock jams number 16 or number 17 and whoop, there it is. Are you ready for
Yes.
this? All of that stuff that gets me going. But once I
Right.
start hearing the marching band play like Louie Louie or like Deep Purple, Smoke on the Water, then I
Yes.
really know, okay, it's game time. We are ready
Yes.
to go.
Yeah. I feel like a new song that we can kind of add to the roster. And you're over on the West Coast. So Kendrick Lamar did They Not Like Us. So the minute that beat is coming on, everybody's rowdy. And I kind of feel like that's going to be a little bit more of like this season's kind of. We'll kind of hear that a
Exactly.
lot.
Getting people on their feet and moving.
Yes. Yeah, yeah. That's the whole point. And what about food wise? What do you love tradition wise, food wise?
I mean, you got a tailgate. There's, burgers, hot
Yeah.
dogs, beer, Bloody
Yeah.
Marys. Start the day off with a really, really good Bloody Mary with some
Okay.
accoutrements, some bacon in there, a sausage stick, cheese cubes, maybe some shrimp. Like
Yes.
I need to have my Bloody Mary and then that burger. Or maybe like you put a little slider on top of it. It's all about the like grilled food and hanging out with friends.
I love that. I have never had a Bloody Mary before in my life, and you just said shrimp, and now I'm just like really entertained by it for some odd reason.
That is a Wisconsin tradition, is
Okay.
totally like Bloody Marys. You say run it through the garden. It's got all the fun stuff on it. Your pickle, your cute, your celery stalk. It's got everything on it. It is a meal in itself. And if
Wow.
it's not a real Bloody Mary.
Yeah, right. I've
So
learned something new. It
what's
has
your game
alcohol
day
in it?
food?
It has
Pardon?
alcohol in it?
Vodka, tequila. You can do
Vodka
honestly
or
whatever
tequila?
kind of spirit you want, but most people do vodka or tequila.
All right. Maybe. I might do that one day, Lindsay. Maybe you'll have to get together with me one day and kind of show me the ropes of the Bloody Mary.
You got it.
Um, so over here in Atlanta, we wing everything out. We wing. You can have burger and wings and fries. Wing. We just wing it to you can't wing anymore, really, to be
Okay.
quite honest.
So it's
So
wings.
I'm big on making sure that we have wings because it's great finger food. Everybody can get to it. We're very much so a chips and dip like type of person. I love to create a new type of dip, something cheesy, something Velveeta-y with some meat or something in it. And I'm big on having like celeries, carrots, all of that type of stuff. And if somebody's on the grill, that is always a plus. It's definitely always a plus. And I'm going to substitute the Bloody Mary for a shot of Jameson.
Ooh,
Go with that.
picklebacks.
Yes, picklebacks. Let's
Okay,
do
I can do
it.
that. We'll have to cheers to game day this week.
Yes, we'll have to cheers. We'll have to cheers. Okay, so what are you excited for? Like, what's coming up that has you excited next week or just in the season in general?
So I'm really, really excited for the week 2 matchup between the Longhorns and Michigan. First off,
Yeah.
I'm a Michigan fan. One of my favorite players of all time. Went to U of Michigan. We got Charles Woodson, the only defensive player to win a Heisman Trophy. So
Hmm.
I'm really looking forward to that matchup. I think that the
Hmm.
Longhorns coming in, I think they are going to be the team to beat.
Me too.
We've got that quarterback. We've got a where's my quarterback? Quinn Ewers. So
Yes,
third
Quinn.
season, I
Hmm.
really, really think like they are a contender to, take the whole thing, even though they lost last year in the Sugar Bowl. And I
Yeah.
know you're going to hate me on this,
What?
but I think Georgia's really going to win the whole thing.
I know. I know.
But
Okay.
I mean, it's
I
the
know.
obvious choice. They're just a stacked team. What are your
They
thoughts? What are you
really
looking forward
are.
to?
I know they're probably going to win. Okay. I don't have any problem giving people credit where credit is due. I just don't want you to win. I mean, I lived here in Atlanta for 14 years. You would think I would bandwagon and jump on. I just don't want to be a part of it. So I'm excited to see something very similar to how the game went to on this past weekend. I just want to see things happen that we weren't expecting. Uh, Underdogs to come from under being underdogs and to succeed. I want to see people's top 10 get all the way messed up. Like that's I want to hear my boyfriend fussing about his fantasy football and like no, I can't believe this is happening. So I'm just excited to be in football season in general. Of course, like I said, I'm a Gamecocks fan. So I really would be excited to see, do we do anything this season? Especially excited for Texas. Just welcome to the SEC. And I just really am ready for them to rock it, just blow everyone's socks off. I really am. So this is an exciting season, and I felt like we've had an awesome start to it. And this was some of the best sports in general. I'm going to just say like football. I just felt like it was just good sports, and I'm excited for that, especially after the Olympics. So I'm ready.
Right? So we're coming off a really big high with the Olympics
Yeah,
and we're jumping right into college football, getting the
yeah,
season started. That first week we've got Clemson, in Georgia on
yeah,
Saturday. We've got the
yeah. We
Longhorns in
do.
Colorado State. So I'm really curious to see how these games are going to go. And,
Hmm.
I kind of feel you on maybe there's an upset. Maybe
I want
Georgia
the
just gets
upset.
completely taken down a notch and they lose the games and we make you happy.
Thank you. That would make me so happy. If Clemson wins this weekend, that would make me so internally happy. I'm just rooting for South Carolina in general, so I'll pick Clemson or the Gamecocks, but just beat Georgia. Come on. I don't want to see this again, you know? And I mean, I genuinely like to see people happy here, but I just have to stick with my teams. I'm not
Absolutely.
from here, so I got to do what I
Stay
got to do.
true.
I
Stay
got to
true.
stay true. I got to stay loyal. Awesome, Lydsey. Well, I think that today we got a chance to encompass everything that we wanted to talk about. And we want to thank everyone for watching Sassy Stuff. Till next
See you next
time.
time, Sussy Stuff fans. We'll see you soon.